All right, by popular demand, you guys want me to review that episode where Ash gets his Charizard back. So this episode, Ash and his company, Silent, Pikachu, Iris, they'll go to like this little Kanto festival, and Ash, having little minor flashbacks and whatnot, like, oh wow, you can breathe the Kanto air. It's so beautiful. The future, basically reminiscing about his time in Kanto. Him and Pikachu. He's explaining to them how Pikachu wasn't really one of the starters, but Professor Oak insisted that he have one since Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and Charmander were already taken. So if you guys notice something, if you guys have seen the episode, you'll notice that there's the dude that's selling magic hearts and saying that's mystical and magical. Like, wait, that's the same dude that scammed James. Remember the one that said that it'll in one hit it'll already turn into a Gyarados, or he sold the Feebas and it said it would be a melodic. That dude. So you see the little references to people who've been Pokemon since Generation 1, like myself. He's been with the anime. Speaking of, they redid a lot of the animation during the flashback scenes, and changed a lot of the dialogue. I don't know if it's because 4Kids own some of that dialogue or because they just wanted to change it. Flashbacks they shown were, of course, when Ash first got Charmander. I did like how they redid the animation though, because it made it crisp and clear. Try to keep it up with the animation that's current right now. But it still would have been nice and nostalgic to see the original animation like they did on the Pokemon. Which movie? Oh yeah, the Lucario, my favorite one, Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. How they showed how Ash first met Pikachu and how the sparrows are coming at him and Pikachu jumped on the shoulder. You guys in the first episode. And so this little Charmander gets hurt and Ash pulls out the Pokedex. I'm like, Ash. So after the flashbacks and Ash explained to N, Silent, and Iris about his time in Kanto and how he let Charizard go in Johto and how Charizard was reluctant and just an arrogant asshole of a Pokemon. And so Ash decides to bring his Pokemon back, aka Charizard, one of his best Pokemon, aside from Pikachu, Squirtle, basically the Kanto ones. Well, yeah, the Johto ones are pretty cool too, but we'll get into that in another discussion. So Charizard comes back, and all of a sudden he has beef with Dragonite, and so I guess it's a rumor going around in Pokemon mythology that Charizards have instant beef with Dragonites, just like how Zangooses have instant beef with Sevipers. So that's pretty interesting because I always thought that, and Iris said the same thing as me when I was a kid. Wouldn't Charizard be a dragon type, but he's just a fire and flying type? So it's a common mistake. I don't know why they're making fun of Iris about that because I had that too, you motherfuckers. Although you can't really fly with Charizard on red and blue version, but you can in the later games like Johto, Fire Red and Leaf Green. Basically, the current games you can still use Fire and Flying, but on the first game, the first generations, if you had Game Boy Color, you can't fly with Charizard. He's just a plain old Fire type. Just like I don't get it. How come you can't fly with Seviper? Not Seviper, Scyther either. That's stupid. All in all, I'll be honest with you. The only thing that pissed me off was the Pokedex part, but other than that, I give it a yeah, it was pretty cool. 4 out of 5. It was nostalgic. It had a lot of flashback memories from the episodes that I grew up with, and had some of the Pokemon that I grew up with, and I'm sure you guys grew up with. Depending on how old you guys are, if you guys are like my age or maybe a little younger, maybe like 2-3 years younger, then you'll feel nostalgic on this episode. But if you're like what I don't know 10 or 9, what do you have to compare? This is a recap episode for you guys, but it was pretty nostalgic for me to see these episodes redone. And they should bring Missy and Brock back, to meet maybe just for the episode or whatnot, but to meet, Iris and Silent since they are gym leaders. Well, in the anime, only Silent is the gym leader, but in the games, Iris is one too. So that would be pretty cool, Misty and Brock meeting Silent and Iris. That's just me, But then again, they did let Ash lose all these tournaments, so anything go in Pokemon. Other than that, what did y'all think about the episode? If you saw it, let me know in the comments below. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, share the video, do whatever you can to stay in contact with me. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and like always, deuces.